So hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain how to create more than two threads. Okay. So in the last video, I explained how to create two threads. So if I want more than two threads, how to develop the such codes. Okay. So there are two methods so we can create what our own threads. The first method is extending a thread class. Second one is by implementing runnable interface. Okay. So there is a one class with name of thread. So inbuilt class. So already some developer has developed this particular class. Okay, within which there is a one method with name of start. Okay, so using that. Okay, so there is one method with name of start using which I already developer has written some code uh, to create what new threads. Okay, so just by calling that start we can create what our own threads. At the end they are calling what run method, and run method is present within a class, built-in class with name of thread, and there you will not find what any definition, and you have to write the definition on your own. So that concept is called as what function overriding. Okay, so your new thread whatever got created, that will going to execute that particular function. Okay, so and in another words, a new thread will going to perform the work whatever written within the function with the amount run. Okay, so there are two methods. First one by taking the help from the runnable first one by taking the help of one built-in class with name of thread. Second one, the second method is by taking the help of what an interface with name of runnable. This one is what interface and this one is what class. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, yeah. So now you will see with a simple example how to create more than two threads. So I've taken out on class with name of multi-thread one, and which is extending from what thread. So by taking the help of one class with name of thread, built-in class with name of thread, we are creating what more than two threads. Okay, by default there will be what one main thread. Okay, so if you want you can create what n number of what threads by taking the help of what one class with name of thread and calling the function with name of start. Okay, so here I have taken out a class with name of multi-thread extends what thread, within which there is a run. So this the work your new thread will going to do. So there I have just written what on for loop, and that will going to run what how many times, five times. And here it will going to print child thread one. Okay, it will print a message child thread one five times. So this is the end of what your first class with name multi-thread that extends what thread built-in class. Okay, so there is one more class the same way whatever written there I have written what one more time. So only changes this one is what multi-thread one and this one is what multi-thread two. So and while printing it will print child thread two, previous one is child thread one. Okay, so that is the only difference. Okay, so there is a one more class, so multi-thread, within which there's a public static void main. I just created object of type both these classes. So first class name is multi-thread one and second class name is multi-thread two. So multi-thread one, first one is what multi-thread one and second one is multi-thread two. So I just created object of both the classes. So object of both the classes got created. Okay, so now I'm calling a start method. So ob1 dot start. What is the type of ob1? Ob1 is of type multi-thread one. So it will go to class with name of multi-thread one. This is the class with name multi-thread one. Okay, within that class, if you observe there's no start method, what will happen? It will check within the parent class. What is the parent of multi-thread one? Thread. Okay, so within the thread class, there is a function with name of start. I think you know there's a the already developer has written a code for creating new thread. New thread will be created, and at the end we are calling what run method. So run method within a thread there is no definition. So what it will do? It will go to execute this one. Okay, so in the same way, second object start means new thread got created. Okay, ob2 is after multi-thread 2, there is no definition for a start here, so it will going to execute the start of thread, and at the end it will going to execute this one. Okay, now we're going to execute this part will be executed by what main thread or default thread. So up to here your default thread will be default thread will going to execute up to ob1 dot start. So next first child will be what created. Once your main thread execute this line, second thread will be what got created. Here first thread, first child thread, and here second child thread, and we will going to execute this particular main function. Main function will be executed by a default thread or a main thread. Okay, and main thread will continue executing what this one. Okay, now all the three threads, the one is main thread, child one and child two, all three are executing what simultaneously. and we're going to print the message first, and that totally depends on what your thread scheduler. Okay, there will be what on thread scheduler, uh, and that thread scheduler will going to give time for what all the three threads depending on the time given, and you'll get that message. Okay, and message you can't expect. Okay, so you may get main thread 5 times followed by child thread 5 times and then followed by child thread 2. Okay, all the combination of child thread 1, child thread 2, and main thread. So you can get what in number of what outputs. Okay, you can't expect the particular way of what output. Okay, depending on the thread scheduler, output may vary if you run what n number of what times. So this is the output you'll get. Okay, in this way you can create what more than two threads, or you can create what n number of what threads. So here we have created how many threads? Three threads by taking the help of one class with name of thread. Okay, so this one your class one, this is what your class two, and this one is your class main class. Okay, so main class will be executed by what main thread or a default thread, and this run will be executed by first child thread, and this will be executed by what second child thread. Okay, so you'll get output in this way. See, there's a thread one, child thread one, how many times? 5 times. Order you can't expect. Second child also, child thread is also what 5 times, and main thread is also what 5 times. And this will going to vary if you run what different times. Okay, so what about second one? Second one by using by taking the help of what runnable interface. Second method by taking the help of what runnable interface. Okay, if you observe what program, the program is same. Okay, so again two classes, one run method, one for loop, and we are just printing what same message. What is the change? The first change is instead of using what extends, so you are supposed to use what's the keyword so instead of using yeah, extends, you have to change this one to what implements. Okay, that's the first change. And this one is a user defined name. You can give what anything. Even you can use a previous name, previous class name also. Okay, so this your first change, and remaining code are what same. And again, this one is also user defined name. You can give anything. So there's a public static void main. Again, we have created object. The up to here it is what same. Now, since we are taking the help from what runnable interface, and within the runnable interface there is no start method. So your new thread will not be created. So if you want to if you want to create a new thread, you have to take the help of a start method. So if you want to call a start method, you have to create an object of type what thread. So we have created two object of type what thread. Now just to establish relation between your class and this one, what we are doing, we are just passing this two object as a parameter for thread class. Okay. So next, if you call that one, what will happen? It will going to execute start method. New thread will be what created. At the end, it will going to call run method. So this will be executed. Child one will going to execute this one. Okay. Child two will going to execute this one, and main thread will going to execute this particular admin. Okay. Yeah. So object got created, and just we are establishing what link. Why we are establishing what link? Because only if you call what start method, then only the new thread will be created. But start method is not present within runnable. Okay, so within runnable there is no start method. So here we have a start method. So we have created object, and we called what, and we called what the start method. But at the end of the, if you call what run, I want this run should be what executed. Therefore, we are establishing what link just by passing this to object as a parameter for thread class. Okay, this ob1 ob2 got passed here just to establish what link. Okay, so now it will going to call this run. Okay, so and you'll get what same output, means each time you'll get what different output. Okay, so this is the way in which you can create what multiple threads, both by using a class thread, and second method by using interface runnable. Okay, this is uh, one of the output. Okay, and here I given what an assignment. Just try to write this particular assignment on your own. Okay, so write a Java application program for generating four threads to perform the following operations. First one, printing numbers from 1 to 5, and second one, by creating thread number one or child thread one, you have to perform this operation. Second, by creating one more thread, you have to perform second operation. What is that one? Printing numbers which is divisible by 5 between 1 to 20. Okay, so, using the one more thread, prime numbers between 1 to 20, and the last one to compute average between 1 to 20 using what? Fourth thread. Okay, so you have to create four threads and perform what? Four different operations. From the main, you have to create object and you have to call that one. Yeah, just try to write this particular assignment program on your own. Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. Just copy this program as it is.